On the morning of her 31st birthday, Ekko stood at her window, watching light break across the city. A full year had passed since she first descended to the canal's edge, since she first whispered her grandmother's words into the gathering dusk. The city no longer felt foreign. She had made it hers, one paper boat at a time. On her desk sat a single sheet of paper, not a receipt or a letter or a forgotten dream, but a drawing she had created herself. The canal wound through it, rendered in careful detail from memory. Along its banks, she had sketched the places that had become sacred, the reeds where her grandmother's recipe had found rest, the bridge where artists gathered, the plaza now familiar from weekly visits. "We send away what we cannot hold," Ekko whispered, folding the paper with practiced hands. This boat took shape differently, formed not from what she wished to release, but from what she had discovered. Each crease represented a journey completed, each fold an acknowledgement of how the city had reshaped her. The morning air carried the scent of rain-washed stone as Ekko descended to the canal. The water ran clear and purposeful, catching early light in ripples of gold. She knelt at the edge, the final boat cradled in her palms. Something caught her eye, a flash of white against the water. Ekko looked up, startled to discover a paper boat already navigating the canal. Not hers, but a stranger's vessel, moving with purpose through morning light. As she watched, another appeared around the bend. Then another. Red paper, blue paper, newspaper, lined paper. Boats of all colours and sizes making their quiet journeys along the water. Ekko placed her boat on the surface, watching as it joined this unexpected flotilla. She followed along the bank, her heart beating faster with each step. The vessels moved together, a paper armada navigating the gentle current. At the plaza where the canal widened, Ekko stopped, her breath catching in her throat. Dozens of people stood along the banks, some still releasing boats, others watching their progress. Faces of all ages turned toward the water, united in this ritual she had thought was hers alone. As the boats reached the center of the basin, sunlight broke fully across the plaza. Each vessel caught the light differently, white paper glowing golden, colored paper deepening to jewel tones. Together they formed a constellation of floating lights, a galaxy of paper vessels carrying invisible weight. Ekko felt tears warm on her cheeks. All these months she had believed herself alone in her ritual. All these months she had sent her boats into darkness, never knowing they were joining others, becoming part of something larger. A woman to her left released a boat made from a child's drawing. An elderly man across the water sent one crafted from a music program. A teenager unleashed a vessel formed from a college rejection letter. Ekko understood then that her grandmother's wisdom had never been meant for her alone. We all send away what we cannot hold. We all release what burdens us, what haunts us, what we love too much to keep imprisoned in memory. Ekko stood among strangers who felt suddenly like family, watching her final boat join the floating galaxy. We send away what we cannot hold, but in that sending we discover we are held by something greater than ourselves.